Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot, and today I'm going to give you your weekly message for May 20th through the 26th. So let's go ahead and get into your message. Also, if you're looking for a personal session, I am opening up 2 weeks of sessions. There will be about 18 spots, maybe a little bit more, and I will notify you here on YouTube when I decide to open those up, because I don't know when I'm going to open them up again. Probably towards the end of the summer, not entirely sure yet, so just keep an eye out for that if you are wanting a personal session. Also, if you like my content, I do hope that you like and subscribe. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for May 20th through the 26th. Oh, I love this. You have rejuvenation and fulfillment. Very much looks like the Ace of Cups, does it not? Oh, I just love it. I love it. And then you have the Sun. Your perseverance is rewarded. And if I know anything about Taurus, Tauruses know how to persevere. And not only that, I've been seeing that a lot for you lately, that you have been persevering through challenging times. On the bottom of the deck is revelry and indulgence. We love. We love, we love, we love. So, okay, let's see what else you've got going on, Taurus. You do have turning in, which is the Four of Swords, and I've been seeing that a lot for Taurus lately, just kind of going within, because yeah, again, with the Two of Swords, this kind of piggybacks off of the last reading that I've done, or I did with the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So we're going to keep that, the Eight of Wands underneath that, but I've been seeing like you're kind of confused. You're not entirely sure what direction to go in. And so you've been turning in. Oh, I don't know why I pushed those so far. Let's put them here. Okay. Oh. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to get you some tea leaves, Taurus. So I've got these here and this one here and this one. Okay. Let's pick all these up. There's so many tea leaves. Oh my gosh. It's such a huge deck, but I love it so much. Okay. Let's see what you got. Plenty of material things. Beautiful. Use your intuition to make beneficial change. That's what's happening right here for you, Taurus. Successful outcome to your problems. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Look at that. That's your perseverance right here. That's a bull. That's you, Taurus. You're not backing down. And that's the thing, like, I'm kind of getting for you, Taurus, is that there seems to be some sort of awakening process that's been happening within you, where you've started to realize, like, there's so much that you want out of life, or there's one specific thing that you want out of life, and you just seem to be gathering, like, so much, like, strength and fortitude and tenacity, like what came in the last reading, perseverance, like, to get this, like, this is so important to you, and you're just not backing down. And then you have birth or conception of a child or enterprise, could be in a career setting as well. So let's kind of see if I can move these over a little bit, and then we'll put the key. Plenty of material things. This is so gorgeous. I just love it. I'm just so happy for you, Taurus. Okay, now we're going to get your tarot cards. All right, so I'm using the Dreams of Gaia, which isn't exactly a tarot deck. It's more just, I don't know, a tarot oracle deck. Look at that. You have the Ace of Wands. Oh, I love it. I love it. You have the Seven of Cups. You have desire. See? You desire so much. Ace of Swords. The Mother or the Empress. And then you have the Youth, which can kind of be a little bit like the Fool. It's a, it's not 0. It's the number 3 in this deck, but it's kind of like the Fool. Then you have Body and Mind. That's what's happening here. Okay, you're getting into union. You have the Seven of Swords in the center of your reading, though. Wait. This is the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. Oh my gosh, I read the wrong number. Then you have the 6 of Wands. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 3 of Cups. And then you have the 9 of Cups with the 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. We'll kind of see how that plays out for you, my darling Taurus. We'll see. I don't know if all these cards are on the camera. I know some of you guys don't like it when I mess with the cards, but I don't know. I'm a tarot reader. That's what I do. We mess with cards. Oh, it cracks me up. Okay, anyway, so we'll just go ahead and put this one right here for now. Okay. Yeah, it's not really on the camera, but oh well. All right, so anyway, so up here in your recent past, okay, and I like to do the recent past just to kind of get an idea of where you're at right now in your life, right? You have the Ace of Wands, you have the Youth card, and the King of Pentacles. This tells me that you've had some new ideas in your life, okay? You've been ready to take a leap of faith and ready to go in a direction, trust the universe, trust the process, face the unknown, and all of that. Because with this King of Pentacles, you have long-term goals, okay? This can also mean that you have like a birth of a new, look, it says a child or enterprise. For some of you, you know, there's a baby has been made, okay, literally, and you might be pregnant because look, there's a spider here in this egg. So you know, some of you may have conceived lately. I'll just say that, but I also just feel like it's the conception of something that has happened in your life where you're realizing like, all of a sudden you have all this inspiration, all these ideas, all this motivation, like this desire, right? To do something, you know, to really push through. And, you know, something that came through the last reading that I did for you, Taurus, was how bad do you want it? You know, how bad do you want it? You know, what are you willing to do to get it, right? And that's what's happening here with this King of Pentacles. Because the King of Pentacles is willing to go the distance, okay? And he doesn't really rush into things. Like, he lays the groundwork. He builds a solid foundation. That's Taurus energy, okay? And Taurus is slow. The bull is slow, okay? It's not, the bull can definitely charge, right? But, we all know that. But, like, don't mess with the bull. But anyway, but he lays the groundwork and he is willing to take, you know, one step at a time to make sure that everything is just meticulously curated and well thought out, well planned out so that there is a foundation, a structure, right? So I feel like there's lots of inspiration that's coming to you. You are taking this leap. Like something is really like festering or stirring up within you. And I just get this sense that you are just ready to, you know, just kind of, I guess, you know, like kind of like a fire sign, like you're ready to go, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like you're still an earth sign. So I know you feel like you're ready to go, you're ready to charge, you're ready to do this. But at the same time, I really feel that you're laying the groundwork for a foundation in your life with this conception of something. Like I said, for some of you, it is actually, you've conceived a child, okay? And you are setting up your home and whatever, the nursery, you're just planning. You're in planning mode. But for others of you, like I said, it's more of a conception of something that you want that's like a long-term goal. I kind of get the sense that with this energy right here, because we've talked about before how the Five of Cups is one of the perspective cards, I feel a little bit like you're tired of sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. You're tired of being in your self-pity. You're tired of being in your self-doubt. You're tired of just kind of feeling like things are just never going to work out for you. And so instead of feeling like that, you're turning in and you are deciding, and it's been a process because of this Two of Swords and this turning in card. Excuse me, I have acid reflux. So anyway, I feel like through this turning in process, you've really come to realize like what is for you. Okay, you see how all of these like people are in the background, but they're kind of like shadows, right? So they're just the voices of others. And sometimes they're not even the voices of people that we know, you know, it's just society at large, right? But with this turning in, you've really, or you have, or you are currently, okay, have come to understand that you can either stay in the safe zone, okay? Right now, look at this, the Two of Swords. It's kind of like a safe zone to stay confused, to stay between two worlds, right? Okay, because if he goes in either direction, he could fall. But he can't stay like this forever. You can't stay in the two of Swords forever. You can't be between two minds. You can't be in one, you know, in one path of your life and then you're, okay, how do I put this? Say for instance, okay, here's a perfect example. So say for instance, you have been in a relationship that you really wanted to leave, right? You really wanted to leave. And you imagined your life away from this relationship. It could be a job even. You've imagined your life away from this, okay? But you kind of stay there because of stability and security and because you don't want to rock the boat. And so you stay in the Two of Swords energy, really confused of which direction to go, right? And you kind of go back and forth in your mind. You know what I mean? But eventually, like, you can't stay like that forever. You can't stay between those two paths forever because then it gets so incredibly uncomfortable that you're miserable, right? It's like going to a job every single day that you hate and you're dreaming of a new job, but you don't want to take the leap because you're scared because you've worked so hard to build what you have right now, etc., etc., etc. But you're miserable and you can't stay that way forever. So I feel like you're turning in, or you have been turning in, to disengage from whatever like judgments or perceptions that other people have infringed upon you or are currently infringing upon you. Oh my gosh, sometimes I mix up my words, I'm sorry. Because I feel like you are ready to just do what really truly feels like it's your life purpose, okay? Like what you most desire. And I think that's where this Ace of Pentacles, this maturity card, comes from. And when we mature, we become more and more our most authentic self, right? Okay? So I feel like you're no longer wanting to feel bad about yourself or just feel miserable, feel sorry for yourself, you know, like I said, being self-pity, whatever. And you're ready to take this leap. Like you're feeling this desire to move in this direction, but it's like you had to go within and really sort all of this out first in order to build this fire, okay? Honestly, this could even happen after anger with the Ace of Wands, you know, because it's Wands anger, you know, it's Wands, and so it's fire, and fire can be very angry, you know, and sometimes somebody has to kind of piss you, oh my gosh, or upset you. I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube, but somebody has to upset you to kind of light a fire under your butt, you know what I mean? So I feel like this has recently occurred for you, or it still kind of is, right? Something has, you know, lit a fire for you, okay? So here in the present, you have the Eight of Cups, walking away, right? And this keeps coming out for Taurus, like you're leaving something behind and you're deciding to go in a new direction. And this right here with this body and mind is you being unified within yourself, okay? Like your heart and your mind, your spirit, it's all in alignment, and you know that this is the path that you are essentially supposed to go on, right? Now, it's funny that I actually mentioned a relationship too, because I mean, for some of you, this could be in alignment with moving to a different relationship or moving on from one. I mean, if you are in an unhappy one, I'm not, but you know what I mean? Anyway, so, so yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles too, she's also kind of concerned about things like comfort and security. And I think that that is something that has really been on your mind, you know, but I really get the sense that you're not supposed to stay too comfortable, right? Because the Seven of Swords can be about you, you kind of sabotaging your own experiences, like, or you running away from them. Okay. It's probably the best way to put it. Like, you know, you have an opportunity to do something with your life and you run away, you sneak out the back door, right? But it can also be conversely, it can be about taking a risk towards a direction that feels like the right one for you. Seven of Swords for me is one of those cards that I feel like has many meanings, and it's often interpreted as like a super negative card. It can be lies and deceit, obviously, but I mean, it can also be about taking a major risk in your life, but it can also be about sabotaging something that you have, okay? So I think that it really all boils down to how that relates to you. But with this desire energy, I feel like there's so much that you desire. You have this, you have the wands right here in your hand, okay? You have the firepower. And you have the inspiration, you have the diligence, you have the unification of the body and the mind right here. You have the foresight. You have all of this right here in this desire card. This is like a combination of all the energies, the fires, the pentacle, the air, and the water. Okay, you have a unification of all this energy that can help you really propel in your life. Are you going to take the risk, or are you going to slip out the back door? You know, are you going to run away from what you really want to do in your life because it's scary, because stepping outside of your comfort zone is scary? You know, and I think that that's something that you really got to ask yourself, okay? But the thing I see here, which is really weird about this Seven of Swords, is that this actually seems to be like a spiritual teacher of some type. So for me, this seems to be a very deep spiritual lesson for you. Are you going to run away from your own potential? Or are you going to take the risk and see what happens? You know, are you really going to go after this desire in your life? All right. Because then you have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this is, you will be rewarded. You will be compensated well from the universe. This could be financially, with love, energetically, you know, spiritually, you know, just having abundance in your life, you know, just being able to reach your long-term goals. If you do this, if you allow yourself to take this risk on the things that you desire in your life, you could really be compensated well by the universe, okay? And I think that that's why this card said, oh, your perseverance is rewarded. Your perseverance is rewarded. And I think that that's something that you need to remember whenever it comes down to your goals for yourself. Okay, because I've been getting a lot of spiritual energy for Taurus lately. It hasn't necessarily been so much about specifics in your life. The readings lately have really come down to the spiritual transition that Taurus is in order to achieve things. I feel like you're tired of being on the freaking back burner in your life. Like, you put yourself there. You put yourself there with that Five of Cups, right? And now you're not. Like, I really get the sense that you're not. Like, to me, I feel like the vast majority of you are going to take the risk. Okay? Like, you have the foresight and the vision. You are learning to trust your intuition because you've tuned in. You're tired of being between two worlds because it's uncomfortable. This guy's got to be hurting. I mean, you know what I mean? He's like really got to be in a lot of pain hanging between those two buildings. You can't stay there forever, okay? And that's why you have this Ace of Pentacles right here, this maturity card. For you, this is, you're finally going to do it. You have 3 different aces here. You don't have the Ace of Cups. Yes, you do. You have this one. You have all the aces on the table for me. And so I feel like you are fine. Like, you're going to do it. You're going to take the leap. You're going to do it. All of the aces for me are in this card. Like I said, you have the fire, you have the pentacles, the air, the water, okay, intuition, all right here within your desire. And now I feel like you're going to harness it because they're all moving forward in this card. They're all kind of moving forward, or they're looking forward, okay? They're not looking backwards. So to me, I feel like you're not going to stay stuck in an old familiar pattern. You're tired of holding yourself back. And I feel like I feel like you may be even a little bit tired of the narrative that you tell yourself about your life and like what holds you back and your reasoning or your, you know, or even excuses. And I hate to say that, but you know how we do that sometimes? Like, if there's something we really want, then here comes the thoughts about all the reasons why we shouldn't or all the reasons why we can't. And I think that you're just at this point where you're shedding all that. You're like, I don't even care. I don't even care about what those reasons are anymore. I'm just doing this. Like, I'm just going to do it and I'm going to see what happens. You know what I mean? because the clarity has come for you. Okay, and this is in your opportunity. This was your near future, this was your current, and this was your recent past. This is your opportunity, and I think that your opportunity is to cut the BS with that Ace of Swords. It's time to cut it out. Okay, like, you know, to me, that's actually one of the most rewarding things, is whenever we become very aware, or when I become very aware of my own BS, okay? The narrative, the story I tell myself, okay? And I finally just get fed up with it, and I'm like, no, like, I'm not gonna let whatever I keep telling myself stop me. Like, I'm done, you know? And that, I feel like, is such a rewarding spiritual journey, which we have many of, but I've been feeling a lot of spiritual journey energy coming in for Taurus lately. So for me, I feel like, you know, that's kind of what's happening, is that you're on this spiritual journey of cutting out the story, okay? The blockage, or just the, you know, how the ways that you hold yourself back. And I've been seeing this a lot in the recent readings, but for me, it was mostly like the energy of warning you about it, so that you could become more aware of it, and you could really take a look at yourself, and you could do the shadow work. This reading is more like you're getting fed up, like you're done, you're charging forward, like you have the goal in mind, and you're gonna do it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, I don't really watch a lot of football, but I just, for whatever reason, this came to me. So it's kind of like whenever they're about to like go kick the field goal. Do you think that they're like sitting there like, oh, I don't know, maybe I should do it this way, maybe I should do it this way? No, they just go. Like, they just kick that mother effing ball and they go and just see what happens, right? That's the kind of risk that you're gonna take. Like, and it's really crazy too, because I feel like it's also what happens is the mindset of, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna do this, you know? And it's like so much more beneficial for you to say those kind of things to yourself. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna do this, I'm unstoppable, I am a force to be reckoned with. And these are the things that you're going to be saying to yourself. Like, you're finally cutting out the BS. You're not going to be between the worlds right now. You're going to go kick that ball, okay? You're going to go for that goal. You're going to go for that goal in your life, okay? So anyway, and I feel like that opens up more opportunities for you. All these fish swimming up, only place for you to go is up, because you've already sunk down so low, Taurus. Like, I really feel like you have. You've sunk down. You've been processing a lot of really serious stuff about yourself lately. And I've been seeing that for like the last couple of months, just, you know, really being, I'm telling you, Uranus and Jupiter together in Taurus kind of been shaking things up for Taurus, and like kind of pushing Taurus to grow, you know, and it has been uncomfortable. But in the long run, because of the fact Jupiter is a benefic planet, in the long run, this is incredibly beneficial for you. And we're at the end of Jupiter in Taurus, you know, it's about to go into Gemini. And so I feel like that's why you're finally on this like precipice, or you already have been, where you're just like, charge, I'm ready to go, okay? You've been laying the groundwork, okay? And maybe you still will be a little bit, to make sure you don't miss any steps and you have a firm foundation. But for the most part, I'm feeling a lot of, this is what I want, this is what I'm going after for, charge, like, it's time, okay? The only place for you to go is up. Doors are opening up, opportunities for you. This came out in the last reading that I did for you. And it is a cause for celebration. And it's a cause for celebration because of the fact that you finally took that Ace of Swords and you went, just swipe, right? You cut all the chains that have been holding you back. Like I said, the self-pity, the self-doubt, you know, the denying yourself happiness, denying yourself the chance to receive the blessings that you want, you know, and cutting out all of those narratives and stories that you tell yourself that hold you back, right? It's kind of like whenever you want to lose some weight, and, you know, and getting to the gym for the first time can be really difficult, right? Like, I know it was like this after I had my babies, or my children. getting through the door can be really challenging because of all of, the negative tapes and being worried about what people are going to think. And, oh, I'm just so horrible, as if, or I'm so, like just feeling so bad about yourself, as if anybody there is really paying attention to you, right? And once you finally cut out that BS and you decide to go and you realize that everybody there is really just paying attention to themselves and what they need to do for themselves, you realize that you just held yourself back so long unnecessarily, right? Okay, so that's kind of what I feel like is going on. Like, you've cut out the story and you are finally allowing yourself to charge. You're finally allowing yourself to persevere in your life, and it is bringing you to the Empress and the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups. This is the dream come true. This is the emotional fulfillment. This is the fulfillment of life. I mean, she's looking up to the sky and allowing the light to bask on her. This is amazing. She finally feels at peace. The Six of Wands, you feel so successful. You feel on top of the world. The mother, you're giving birth, the conception, okay? You're giving birth to new things in your life, and you're watching them blossom and bloom, and you're just not holding yourself back anymore because you persevered, right? And now you're finally going to be feeling this rejuvenation and fulfillment, successful outcomes, keys to open up these new doorways, okay, in your life. A doorway to a new office, a doorway to a new home, a doorway to a new path in your life or to a new relationship, plenty of material things, abundance, like just showering all over you. And I mean, it can be material, obviously abundance in material things like money and things that you have, but I also just kind of see fruit bowls as being just a symbol of abundance, and money is only one form of abundance, okay? It's not everything, right? And I feel like with this do not back down, that's you. Don't back down. I feel like you've backed down way too much. You put yourself on the back burner way too much. And it is time for you to finally make that goal, Taurus. You're gonna make it. I don't even feel like it's necessary for me to tell you that you're finally gonna make it, because I think that you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it right here. You're gonna make it. I feel like, look at this. This is your near future. This is the risk that you take. Okay, this is what you focus on, and you just keep focusing on this. I am successful. Okay, my dreams are coming true. I am living the freaking dream. Okay, and I'm just going to keep being in the mindset of abundance and watch things blossom and bloom around me, and just watch abundance flow to me, because my goodness, I persevered and I deserve it. And this is what you're going to tell yourself, Taurus. Like, I just get the sense that you're just not backing down anymore. And I freaking love that for you. I love this for you. It's just amazing. So let's get you a couple of closing oracle message card. Oh my gosh. Like, this is, let's get like 17 cards. Okay. So you have breath. Some of you need to focus on your breath, okay? I mean, that could be... Then you have the Father, which to me is kind of like the King of Pentacles. You also had Crafty on the bottom of the deck, which for me can also be the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords is often has a fox in the picture. And so, oh, look at that, an abundance. And so I feel like, with the Crafty, it can also be devising a plan, a strategy, okay? And maybe that's something that you're needing to do, is to devise more plans and embrace the mystery of the unknown. We can't stay in a place of comfort forever, because eventually, if we're not going after the things that our soul desires and we're just choosing to constantly stay comfortable, it becomes uncomfortable. You desire so much more. You desire so much more, and you're getting it. And that's the most magical part about all of this, is that you're getting it. But I do want to do this really fast. Oh my goodness, we dropped the card. Yeah, the Seven of Swords, I went ahead and clarified the Two of Wands. So to me, it's your choice. It's your choice at the end of the day. And I often say that the Two of Swords, for me personally, is the... Oh, gosh. The beaten... Oh, my gosh. I'm like, why did I forget this? I say this all the time. The beaten path versus the road less traveled or the road not taken, okay? And I feel like you have a choice. You can keep going down the beaten path. You can keep going down what you know, what feels the most comfortable, okay? And you can keep robbing yourself of the experiences that you wish you had, okay? And the opportunities and the success and the abundance that you wish you had. Or you can choose to finally just take that risk and see what happens. And let me just go ahead and tell you, honey, take that risk, because that's where the 10 of Pentacles is for you. Like, just do it. Just go for it. Just try it. See what happens, okay? Like, go kick that ball. Go kick it. See what happens. You know what I mean? Devise a plan, have a strategy in place, and then face the mystery of the unknown. Go for it. Kick that ball and see what happens. That's all you can really do anymore. But I feel like this Father card right here is telling you also that you are going to have the structure and stability and the comfort that you crave on the other side as well. You may think it only exists currently where you're at, but it doesn't. It actually exists in the area of your life that you haven't taken the risk on yet. So go for it, because I just get the sense that you're going to be so unbelievably pleasantly surprised, my beautiful Taurus friends. Like, you really are. And I think that you truly deserve this, because I feel like I feel like Uranus in Taurus has really stirred things up for us precious Taurians for the last few years. And I feel like, you know, we've been asked to grow and evolve in the most uncomfortable ways. And now I'm getting the sense that you're reaping the rewards. Like, the universe is like is here to balance things out for you. Like, we know that you've been through it, okay? That's what they're saying. We know that you've been through it, okay? But now we're going to give you this bounty. We're going to give you these blessings so that we can balance it out for you, right? Like, in the end, it's worth it. You know how you go through some of the hardest experiences of your life and you get on the other side and you see all the blessings that came out of it, and you look back in hindsight and think, I know that was at the time, it was like the worst thing that ever happened to me, but now I see that it was actually like the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, if you got fired from a job that you'd been working at for 10, 20, 30 years, and you thought it was the worst thing that ever happened to you, and then you get a really great job that you just love so much, and you get paid more money, etc., etc., etc. In hindsight, you look back and you're like, wow, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. But at the time, I didn't know it. I didn't see it, right? That's what I feel like it's been like for the last few years for Taurus. And now we're sort of reaching, you know, the end of Jupiter in Taurus. We still have a little ways to go with Uranus in Taurus. But I feel like now we're starting to see the blessings come in, because you have persevered. I have persevered. I'm a Taurus too. So much. We've persevered, y'all. Take the risk. Love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.